welcoming big Dubskis, big dubs in the chat. Throw the dubs in the chat. Tarik, Skubal, I love you. Sorry. If you listen to last week's episode, that wasn't the real me. I promise. We can also talk some Lions. Talking some Tigers, Lions, some NFL, college football. We'll get into it all. No Stark tonight. This golf league. All right. I've been waiting like 3 days to do this. I'm just excited to record. And then Tigers win today. We're going to get into that. Just Jet and I, no Stark tonight. He is sinking like 45-foot birdie putts. At least he claims he is. I want to see the video evidence, but he claims he's sinking like 45-foot birdie putts right now in his golf league. So just Jet and I tonight. Jet, you watched the game today during work hours. I hope no one from your company follows this podcast. I did the same thing. 1 o'clock first pitch is wild. What a stressful yet awesome baseball game, playoff baseball game. Just kind of kick us off. Thoughts on the game? Thoughts on Skubal?
Dude, my pretty much only thoughts on the game are Tarik Skubal. Oh my God. 14 Ks. The man's putting his heart and soul into this. I mean, we should have paid him. I'm still on the fan of paying him. And mark my words, my first son's name will be Tarik. And I don't even like baseball like that. I just think that he's the man, dude. He's absolutely dealing. He's the best pitcher in baseball. He's so much fun to watch. Yeah, I mean, he's got heart, and I think that he actually is listening to this podcast because somebody on this podcast called him a 6-inning pitcher, and then he just dealt all game.
Listen,
what were your thoughts?
Yeah, no, let's get into it. I already put the apology out on social media. I put an official, formal apology out. The thing that I love about sports is it brings out emotions of all kinds, okay? And last week I was pissed off. And I said some things that were clearly very dumb. And I said that Tarik Skubal is a 6-inning, 80-pitch-a-game pitcher, and he's not Justin Verlander. And what he did today was prime JV. That was prime Justin Verlander stuff. That might have been better than some of the prime JV stuff that we saw in Detroit. 14 strikeouts, a career high for him. He goes 7 2/3, 107 pitches. That's his most this season. Dude, it was when you strike out the side in the 7th, throwing 101. It's just unbelievable. He's an absolute tank. He's a machine. I'm with you. Sign the man. The pitching performance goes without saying. That is why the Tigers won the game today, was the pitching performance. And shout out to Tarik Skubal. That was needed. I mean, that was absolutely needed. I feel great about the chances to win the series now after grabbing that first. I don't know how to feel about the rest of the performance. The plate appearances were brutal, were tough to watch. I do have to shout out AJ Hinch for getting his bag a little bit and being willing to lay down a bunt and just drive that run in. That ended up winning the game. Because not something we've seen him willing to do a lot of in his time in Detroit. It was a really ugly win. And I don't know what side of the fence I'm on, whether I'm like, man, that was a really ugly win, and can we win tomorrow? Can we win if this goes to Thursday playing like that? Or I don't know if I'm on the side of saying, okay, we picked up one, the Guardians are dead. This is how you have to beat the Guardians. This is just how they play baseball. We beat them playing their own game, and we're cruising. Let's get to the ALDS. I don't know which side I'm on. I'm kind of conflicted here. I want your opinion. Outside of Skubal, who was fantastic, Thoughts on the rest of the team and their performance?
I did love the bunt. We did get a little bit of luck with some feet slipping off the bag.
We did.
Um, but also, I mean, Ramirez almost won the game on an error. So I didn't. I mean, it goes both ways on that error to first. Um, shit. I don't know. The first inning, I thought the bats were going to be hot for the rest of the game. And then obviously that it didn't turn out that way. But you know, uh, in baseball, you only need a couple if you got somebody on the mound pitching like that. So I don't know. We'll see what is it tomorrow. Mize is pitching.
Mize goes tomorrow. If it goes 3, we get Flaherty. But let's go, Casey. We drafted you 1 overall for a reason. His first playoff start, I believe. Don't fact check me on that. He might have played in the wild card, started the wild card last year, but he was not on the roster for the ALDS. He was left off of the ALDS roster last year, and now he gets to start against Cleveland with a chance to close him out for the sweep. So, yeah, we need Mize in a big way. Bybee going for Cleveland tomorrow, and he's a pitcher. You can get some contact off of him. The Tigers have hit him really hard. They just haven't driven a lot of runs when they faced Bybee this season. So maybe tomorrow's the breakout. Some of those balls find the fence. But
When did this format for baseball come into play?
boy,
Do
it's
you
pretty
know?
recent. It's pretty recent. The 3-game wild card, then the 5-game ALDS or the DS series, and then the 7-game. Yeah, it's pretty recent.
Because I thought I saw a statistic. Once again, it's just me and you saying, "Don't quote me on this. Don't fact
Yeah.
check me." I'm pretty sure it's 12-0. The person who wins the first game so far wins the series.
Interesting. Okay. You know what? I have heard a stat very similar to that. You might be right. Don't don't
Don't
quote us
fact.
on this. But
We're
that
just
sounds
saying facts that may or may not be true right now.
exactly.
So
We're gonna
12
go
0.
with it.
Yeah.
I will say this: the Detroit Tigers are undefeated in game twos when they win game one
That's also true.
in the wild card round. That is a fact that I can promise you. Um, so no, man, I'm excited. Let's just get it over with tomorrow. I don't want this to go to a game 3. Weird shit happens with the Guardians. I'm so sick of Guardians ball. Tarik Skubal had one earned run today, and that came in an inning with 3 hits where not a single ball left the infield. The run happens on a high chopper to second base, and the runner on second scores. The guy wasn't even on third. It just the weirdest shit happens. I can't explain it. The Guardians have. I read that they have the lowest batting average to make the playoffs, and I don't think it was ever. It was in a very long time. They what they're doing doesn't make any sense. So
That was
let's
really
just
good
get
base
in and
running.
out. It
That
was.
was actually really good base running, but also, dude, Skubal threw that ball to home like he was playing catch in the backyard with his son. That was
I noticed
weird.
that as well. I thought that was odd. It was like it reminded me of like when he's throwing the ball back to the dugout and he does, like, oh, I don't like that ball, give me another one. Like, dude,
Yeah,
he floated that. I agree.
that was weird, but I don't know. I can't complain about him just because he went God mode today.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's get the win. If you guys are listening to this, there's a chance you're listening to this, and the Tigers already swept the Guardians. So fingers crossed that that's what happens. And Stephen Kwan.
Second dick.
Um, 0 for 4 today. I think that might be the first time in my life that he's gone 0 for 4 against the Tigers. Let's switch gears. Let's talk
Wait,
about.
one last thing. One last thing.
Yes.
I did want to bring this up. I don't actually care to ever talk about my bets, but I did hit a really big
Oh,
bet on this game.
Okay.
So
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that, so
no,
please
I
do.
don't. I don't really care more about the bet, but I had this idea. I'm gonna test the true BBL fans. Who are the true listeners? If you are listening to this, you have to share the BBL link to your story. If the Tigers win tomorrow, you share the link to your story, you tag me and Adam. We're going to do a wheel of names. I'm taking one person to the playoff game. Home Tigers playoff game if they win tomorrow.
Oh my God!
You got to link to the episode to your story, tag me and Slim. I'm taking one BBL fan
Let's
to
go, Jet. Can
to a
I
home
join?
Tigers game if they win tomorrow. Yeah,
Can
are
I
you going to
share it in my
play him?
story? Can I
Yeah,
share it in my story and join?
Oh my God!
yeah. You want a summer can?
That's perfect. Okay, I'll have Summer do it, and then yeah. No, that's a big time move, Jet. Shout out to you. So
We
and
need.
we're gonna test
Who are the real
who
BBL fans?
who wants to
People are.
win a BBL award for Fan of the Year.
Yeah, people are saying that fan of the year this year might have been the wrong selection. They think the committee had it wrong. So we'll see.
Listen, we'll have to talk to the committee about it next year, but I know they stand by the decisions that they make. But we'll see who's a real fan. I'll be checking the stories. I'm not texting anybody about this. I'm not gonna be like, hey, go watch the
No,
episode. Joey said
we're
he'll
not
do this.
putting it out there.
I am not telling anybody about this. We'll see. I love that. And then we'll do a live stream with the wheel when the Tigers sweep tomorrow.
Yep.
Let's do it. I love it. That's a great idea, Jet. And just shout out to you for being a stand-up guy, for the brand.
For the brand.
Let's go.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So you guys heard the man. Real quick, just to clear up. So you need people to share the link to this episode on their Instagram story and tag BBL Sports.
And me and you.
And us too.
Yep.
Perfect.
I want
All
our
right.
names associated.
You heard it. You heard it, guys. If you want to go to Comerica Park and watch the Tigers beat the Seattle Mariners when they get there. We're not going to say if. We're not going to say if. When they get there. All right. I love it. Let's get into, let's talk some football. Let's talk some Lions. We not a ton to break down in this game. I've got some points that I want to bring up, but the Lions beat the Browns 34-10. Kind of a weird game. 168 yards passing, 109 on the ground, 277 yards of total offense. Defense was flying all over the place. 2 interceptions, sacking Joe Flacco. Cleveland had a little bit of success running the football, but this is one of those games that just the moment you got to the second quarter, it was over. Lions defense really stepped up and dominated. Jet, just to confirm, you were there, correct?
For part of it.
Okay. I figured we had a big blowout like that. Now, some of the big storylines coming out of this game, and we're going to break down the game, and then we're also going to come back to these storylines. But injuries, DJ Reed out for an extended period of time, might go on the IR. Tarian probably not healthy this weekend. Who knows what the timeline will be to get him back. So looking really thin at the cornerback position. But the good news that came out in the last couple of days is that Aleem McNeil, they're starting the clock on him, and we could see him before the bye week. He might be 2 weeks away from making his season debut on the defensive line. So a lot to unpack there. I want to hear your thoughts, though. How do you rate the performance? How do you rate the game for the Lions?
It was like it sounds dumb, but it was like a must go in and beat the shit out of them, and we did just that. And not to get off of the Lions, but this win makes me think, what's wrong with the Packers? Like, they lose to the Browns and then tie to the Cowboys. I mean, what did we do wrong week one? Was it just, we got rookies on the offensive line and brand new coaches in week one, and that was just us getting used to the game? So, I don't know. This win actually made me feel crazy. This win made me feel just as good as beating the Ravens. Like, being able to dominate a game it showed me like what we were able to do last year to bad teams, just go and beat the shit out of them. Um, you know, Quishon Junkins looked good against us, but he's a young, good rookie running back, so I don't know. And also, they had the ball a lot on offense. We were scoring really quick. So he had a lot of attempts, a lot of chances to look good. But no, everything looked really good outside of like cornerbacks getting injured is awful. That scares the shit out of me because Reed's been playing so good.
Yeah, Reed, dude, Reed's a dog. I love DJ Reed. We love that signing this offseason. The good news is it's not season ending. We're probably looking at about a month with him is what they're saying. So, it's still has not been announced an official timeline, but looking like about a month. But just kind of going to the game, yeah, I think, listen, Cleveland's atrocious on offense, but they might have the best defense in the league. If not, it's a top 5 defense. That defense is legit. And what the game this weekend said to me is that, okay, that is the Lions are back to what we expect out of the Dan Campbell Detroit Lions of the last couple of years, which is it's a letdown spot. Like, you come off of that massive win on Monday night in Baltimore. You got a team like Cleveland coming to town. They have a really good defense. Offense is and you're 10-point favorites. You might be overlooking them. And no, Dan Campbell teams don't overlook anybody. They show up to play every Sunday, and they beat the shit out of bad teams. It's just what they do. But what was so impressive to me in this game is you win by 24 points. You drop 34 points on this Cleveland Browns team, and you do it with 277 yards of offense. That's it. And that is a credit to the defense getting the takeaways. It's a credit to Khalif Raymond on that punt return. I don't know if you were still there for that, the punt return touchdown. But shout out to him. That was awesome. He went into the stands, gave his wife the football, and kissed her. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not know.
That was his touchdown celebration. He literally ran to the sideline, went up into the stands, found his wife, gave her the football, and kissed her, which was hilarious. But no, just really impressive that they were able to do that. And then the most impressive part of the game to me, 0 sacks on Jared Goff.
That's what I was going to say. Dude, the fact that Myles Garrett... I paused. Somebody brought this up to me, and I did say it to you after the episode. But I paused when we were talking about things looking up to the game. I'm like, what I wanted to say was, Myles Garrett, please don't hurt Jared Goff. And I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to jinx us. But yeah, the fact that Goff didn't get touched, oh my god, dude, this offensive line looks so much better than we did week 1. Like, week 1, panic button. Right now,
absolutely,
like, best offensive line in the
league. Yes, it's wild. And I want to shout out to Hank Fraley. If you guys don't know Hank Fraley, he is the Lions offensive line coach, and he's the best in the business, man. He is just damn good at his job and getting these guys ready to play. And you brought this up. Let's kind of shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about the NFC North a little bit. You brought this up kind of, week 1, and then who are the Packers and who are the Lions, and what the heck was that week 1 performance? And to me, I go back and I don't know if you do this. I'm a nerd. I just like to, for no purpose other than my own enjoyment, I actually will go back and watch film. Like, I'll watch all 22 stuff if I can find it on YouTube of games, and just film of games. And if you look back at that Green Bay game, it was so obvious that offensive line performance was so much miscommunication. Ratledge thinking he's got this guy, but he's supposed to have this guy. Glasgow's going this way, he's supposed to go that way. There's a run where Montgomery almost got tackled for a safety. Demo almost got hit for a safety. And it's like there's a nose tackle lined up over the ball, and neither Ratledge or Glasgow put an arm on him, like a hand on him. They both go 2 separate ways in the kind of the C parts, and then here comes this nose tackle right at Demo. And so I just think it's 2 young guys at guard. Glasgow's first game at center in a very long time is like the starting center. I think there's a lot of communication issue issues, and then just trying to figure out offensive, defensive coordinators, new systems on both sides of the ball. But I think they figured it out. And then I'm going to throw it back to you. I know I'm doing a lot of talking here, but I'm throw it back to you after I say this. This 2-game stretch is going to haunt the Green Bay Packers. Come the end of the season, they're going to look back and say, we had a 2-week stretch where we played the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys, which I expect are going to be 2 teams picking in the top 10 of the NFL draft next year. And they went 0-1-1, and that is massive for the Lions.
They should have lost the Cowboys game, but it's all the same to us.
Absolutely.
A tie's just as good as a loss. But they really should have lost that game.
1,000%. And I got a question for you. Do you think there is a world or a scenario where Dan Campbell plays for a tie?
Never. Never. Dude, that was the
were you like
most
as dumbfounded as I was?
mismanaged. I was so confused. Like, that was the most. I couldn't tell if it was mismanagement or they were playing for the tie. And it was like, I think that's the first time we've watched overtime with the new rule, right? Where like you can score and then score back. Like,
well, Dallas and the Giants 2 weeks ago.
oh yes, exactly.
Yeah, week 2.
But that was the first game I had watched. I was at the Lions game for that one. So that was the first time I had seen it, and I was like, "Wait, what is going on? What are you doing?" And they were just laying down. They were so ready for the tie. And I do have a question for you. This is, I need an honest answer out of you. Would you trade a Tucker Kraft touchdown and for the Packers winning that game?
Oh boy, that's tough. No, I'm actually gonna be brutally honest. No. And that's wild because if you guys don't know, I had a parlay, and I was a Tucker Kraft touchdown away, and it was to win a decent amount of money. And he got tackled at the half-yard line. What pisses me off is I would have just liked for him to get in one of those first 2 tries. He got tackled at the half-yard line twice, and then the next play they'd run it in. So, no, I would not have traded a Tucker Kraft touchdown for a Packers win. What about you?
100% yes. Just because I think that the Lions are going to beat them at home on Thanksgiving, and it's not going to even matter this loss or tie or whatever. But I was so sick because Adam sent me the parlay, and I was like, I had a great betting day, so I tailed him, and I mean the parlay was like a no doubter. Everything hit so quickly, and
I kind of cooked.
You did cook, and Kraft got tackled on the half-yard line once, and then they called him a touchdown, and he even hit the pylon. Like, in my brain on the second one, I'm like, he hit the pylon, that's a touchdown. I text you, let's go. No, they called it back, and Romeo Doubs caught 2, which he caught 3 actually, but I think both the times that he was on the half-yard line, they actually threw it to Doubs, which pissed me off so bad.
He stole 2 of them, yeah, which was ridiculous, but I very quickly, and I know we normally don't do this, but it's fine. It's just you and I, and we're just chatting it up, going all over the place here. But I have to shout out a BBL listener, and I need to talk about this heartbreak of a bet.
Yeah.
Jed, I think I sent you the slip.
God, this is disgusting.
So this is disgusting. Okay, let me take you guys through this. This is a BBL big-time fan listener, one of the winners of the March Madness bracket. And he placed a bet that was $7 to win $5,500. And the bet was as follows. Romeo Doubs' first touchdown. Jake Ferguson, anytime touchdown.
Cash.
Javonte Williams, last touchdown. Dallas Cowboys money line. Okay? He sends it. A couple of us are like cracking up. We're like, dude, this is hilarious. Like, why would you throw $7 on us? Romeo Doubs scores first touchdown. But at that point, you're like, the Packers are going to blow them out. Well, then all of a sudden, Cowboys start coming back. Jake Ferguson scores the touchdown to give the Cowboys the lead. And we're like, whoa, what's going on here? We get to the fourth quarter. 3:40 left. I think 4 minutes left. Javonte Williams scores the touchdown to give the Cowboys the lead. If the score holds, he wins the bet. There were 24 more points scored in the game after that point. How
gross.
insane is that? So he loses. He loses the bet. But 24 points scored after that moment in time. So that sucks. And yeah, we wanted him to win that bet.
We did.
But all right, let's get into this week's overreaction or fair.
Obama.
Overreaction or fair on Obama.
That's fair.
All right, here we go. Overreaction or fair? I don't deserve to talk baseball after my Skubal take last week, and he is the GOAT.
I don't know if either of us are qualified to talk baseball, so I'm going to say fair.
All right, deal. I just had to throw that in there. I had to throw that in there. All right. Overreaction or fair? This is finally the year for an Oregon natty.
Overreaction.
Ooh, okay.
Not sold.
Elaborate.
Not sold. I thought that. Granted, I was at a wedding. Once again, shout out to Z-Web. So watching it on the phone for bits and pieces when the bride wasn't smacking me for watching football. But the game looked kind of ugly and sloppy from both sides, and from just what I saw, which was more in the fourth quarter. So I didn't get a real whole picture of it. But I don't know. I don't think the product of football was like guaranteed national championship. They're definitely a contender. I'm not saying they're not, but I think with this 12 team, it's anyone's game, and I think it's going to be hard to get there.
All right. I'm on the Oregon bandwagon. I'm a huge fan of Lanning's. Just on the eye test, I think it's the best defense Lanning has had in Oregon since he's been at Oregon. And Dante Moore is the real deal. It was a bit of a sloppy game, but to be as young as he is, as inexperienced as he is, to go on the road at night in a whiteout and make the plays he did when it mattered, when his team needed it, to stay poised. I mean, he played a heck of a game. And I just think it hurts a little bit. I mean, I'm not complaining. Michigan's got Bryce Underwood, but Dante Moore, you know where he went to high school.
What's it called?
King.
The school in Detroit? Yeah.
Yeah. Not Cass Tech, the other one, King. So, yeah, he's a Detroit product. And, I think he's the real deal. I think this is the best defense Lanning has had. And so I am putting them as real natty contenders. All right, let's move on. Overreaction or fair? The AFC North is the worst division in football.
I will say overreaction. I'm bad with divisions, but I'll still stick to whatever division the Saints, Panthers, Falcons, and Bucks.
NFC South.
I think the Bucks are good, but I think the Panthers came back to reality after that 30-0 whopping of the Falcons, which doesn't look good for the division either, and they didn't look good come Sunday either. So, no, I think the AFC North will figure it out. I think it's just some injuries.
All right. So second part to this, overreaction or fair, the Baltimore Ravens will miss the playoffs. Let me get some context here. I don't know if you've seen the news.
I have.
Just injuries all over the place. Lamar up, potentially up to 3-4 weeks, with Lamar being out on a hamstring, and they're 1-3, and their schedule is not getting that much easier.
Their backup's Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush.
That's gross.
Lansing Catholic product.
Yeah. Also, Central Michigan Chippewa.
Also chip. Fire up.
Yeah, I don't. I liked Huntley in that system a lot just because he was like a poor man's Lamar, and then he obviously went and
Snoop.
got he went and got paid to go. I think to like Miami or something. Was he in
I
Miami?
believe he's in Miami, yeah. He was. I
Um,
don't know where. Yeah, he
I
was.
don't think he is anymore because now Miami has
You
Zach
know what?
Wilson and somebody else.
Ewers. He went to Cleveland. He was like one of 7 quarterbacks in that room, I swear.
Really? I
I
don't
don't know
have
where
my
he's at right now.
computer in
I'm
front of
going to
me
look
right
this
now.
up. While you keep talking, I'm going to look this up.
Yeah. But no, I think that the Ravens will still make it. Like who's gonna win that division? The Steelers. Like Rodgers looks good. I think
He's
that loss
back.
to the.
He's QB3 on the Ravens. He's actually back on the Ravens. That's
Oh, is
funny.
he back?
So
That
after he did
is
some moving around, yeah.
sad that he got beat out by Cooper
But
Rush
yes, it's the Steelers' division to lose.
for sure. Because Burrow's gonna be out for a while. Um, and obviously the Browns aren't making much noise. They did beat the Packers, but yeah, I don't think that there's much promise there. So yeah, I mean the Steelers should win that division. Um, it's just the Ravens, can they scrape up enough wins to get in? I think they can.
Yeah. No, I think it's a real conversation. I think the Ravens are one of the most talented rosters in football, but injuries, man, they got the injury bug, and you take Lamar out of that offense, and good luck. So, all right, last one of the night. Overreaction or fair? The new NFL kickoff rules have ruined the game. Can I give you some context?
Yes.
In 2023, the average starting field position was the 25. The average field position now, the 30-yard line. So it's just 5 yards. You might not think it makes a huge difference, but it does. In 2023, 33% of drives in the NFL were scoring drives. So far in 2025, 43% of offensive drives end up in a score. That is a 10% increase in scoring drives. It's a 5-yard advantage over where we were 2 years ago. And if you kick the ball and it doesn't land in the landing zone, you are 2 first downs away from being in field goal range. So I want to know, am I old school? Am I an old man for thinking this? That it's ruining the game a little bit.
You're old school. You're an old man. You classically do have old man takes though, so it's par for the course. The, I mean, and it's not to say that I'm really for or against it, but the NFL is not about who's the best football team. It's all about selling a product. They are, the NFL is a product, and it's the same thing with pass interference and protecting the quarterback. They're trying to make it so that we get kick returns and we get good starting offensive positions so that people can score, and they want exciting plays and they want high scoring games. They don't want like bad starting field positions in low scoring games. They're a product. They're trying to sell high offense, and nobody really cares about like, I mean, how many kids own like cornerbacks jerseys, or like, the number one jersey sold is either a running back, a quarterback, or a wide receiver. You have a Jeff Okuda jersey?
I probably did. No, thank God.
Yeah.
And okay, I hear you. I hear you. I get what you're saying. But the question was not does
Is it
Jerry
ruining?
Jones
Yeah.
want not does Jerry Jones want better field position and more points on the board. Maybe I should frame it this way. You as a fan, is it ruining a little bit of the game for you? Like because starting field position at the 40, you're 2 first downs away from a field goal.
I'm also going to just say no again because I think that kicker is such a weird position in football that like you I don't know, you have to have like a good kicker. It's obviously not easy to get the ball into the landing zone. I think like the Panthers have kind of figured it out. And then there's one other team that's pretty good at it where like they're kicking the ball in the landing zone and teams don't have as good a field position. So it's like I think that we're going to have regression to the mean where when these kickers start to figure out how to get like the ball in the landing zone consistently, we might start to see worse field position. And maybe go back closer to the 25-yard line. Also, think back to when we're kids. It used to be the 20, which is even crazy on touchbacks.
I know.
We didn't always have the 25. But then also it rewards you for having a really good kicker like Brandon Aubrey. Dude, the Cowboys get 2 first downs and they're in field goal range. It's crazy. It's
No, I know.
absolutely
That's what
nuts.
I'm saying.
And I kind of like it. I don't know. I kind of think it's easier to have like a tie game or a comeback late in the fourth quarter. And I'm saying that now, and then all of a sudden the Lions will like have a, what we think is a game-winning touchdown, and then somebody will hit like a 65-yarder against us with 10 seconds left, which will break my heart. But I think that the stats overinflated just because kickers haven't really figured out how to, consistently land in that landing zone.
I hope you're right. And I think it's fine we're on 2 different sides of this. And it's funny because I kind of expected you to be on the other side. And then it's funny how you expect me to be on this side. But I love football for football. I want to watch good defense. I want to watch the offense earn it. I want every rule in football is to make the offense's life easier. Damn
Yeah,
it.
it is.
Just and it's just like one more stack on top of that. Like, okay, here's the ball at the 40-yard line. But I hope you're right, and I do think there's that you make a really good point. It's new. The kickers haven't figured it out yet. When they figure out how to get the ball in the landing zone, we're going to see more 20, 25-yard line starting field position. And then offense does have to go out and earn it. So, but no. All right, I just had to throw that out there because it has been driving me insane. And specifically in that Packer Cowboys game, like, okay, the ending was exciting and it was wild, but it felt like I was watching 7-on-7 because Cowboys score with 3 minutes left. Then Packers get the ball at the 40, and then they get 2 first downs. Now they're in field goal range. They can tie the game, but then they end up throwing a touchdown pass, and then they kick it off. And then the Cowboys get the ball at the 40, and they have to go score a touchdown, and they do go score a touchdown. And then it goes back to the Packers, and they have the ball at the 40, and they get 2 first downs and kick it, and now we're in overtime. And it's like, what the hell just happened? There's 3 minutes left. Cowboys had the game won, and now there's been 24 points scored in the last 4 minutes. This is wild. And the kickoff plays a big part in that. So if you like the product, you like the TV product, and you like points, then you like the new kickoff.
One last thing with that.
I like grit.
If you like to gamble, this is great for you. I'm sure anyone listening, it could have been just me, but I think a lot of people hit bets on Sunday if you were betting player props. Like there's so much offense going on right now. And I remember last year, the beginning of the year, they were doing 2 high safeties, and it was like causing like teams to not be able to throw the ball deep as much, and we were getting like little dip and dunks and not big yardage situations. I don't know if that's gone away this year or what, but I feel like we're seeing higher scoring games, and I love it. It's great. It's great if you're a fan of offense. It's also great if you're betting like player props and stuff. So I don't know. We'll keep it up. Check the trend. We'll follow this throughout the season, see if games continue to be high scoring. But yeah, I don't know if it's starting field position or what, but it seems like there's a lot more offense being played this year.
Yeah, and I think it's certainly part of it. That stat that I gave out, 10% increase in scoring drives compared to 2 seasons ago. So also, you're going to hit your player prop bets if you bet any game that the Dallas Cowboys are in. Because they might have the best offense in the league, and they definitely have the worst defense in the league. Like, they might actually have paired the best offense with the worst defense in the league. So,
with CeeDee Lamb,
if you're looking for parlays, yeah. Oh, yeah. Once they get CD back, it's, yeah. So, all right.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
We got to the end without Starkey. We're gonna do who's who on Thursday. We're gonna do the picks on Thursday when Stark's back. But yeah, we just had to get on. I was so pumped to talk Tigers, see Jets face, talk Lions, get into the overreaction or fair. Hopefully, like I said, when you guys are listening to this, the Tigers are playing or have played the Guardians. Hopefully, they win tomorrow in game 2. Casey Mize on the bump. Jet, one more time, throw it out. What are you doing for the avid listeners, the fans of BBL?
I'm gonna do a cutoff too. I need it posted by the end of Thursday night football. The end of Thursday night football. I want the link to this. Is posting the link to your story hard? You'd know better than I do.
No, it's not hard at all.
Okay.
Yeah, you literally
All
just
right.
post, link, copy, paste. Yeah.
Post the link. That was so old of me. Is posting the link hard in your story?
Oh my God!
Post the link to your Instagram story and tag BBL Sports, myself, and Adam. No, you don't have to put why. I actually don't want you to put why. Just tag us and post the link. And if the Tigers end up winning this series versus the Guardians, I will take you. Well, first, we're going to put your name on a wheel. And if it lands on your name, I will take you to a home playoff game.
What if, like, your high school tennis nemesis, you guys hated each other, sees this, posts on his story, and he wins on the wheel?
If Aaron
You'd still do
Adams gets picked, he will still get to go. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously. Anyone, if it lands on your name, I will happily go with you. Shout out all the bad bitches. If they wanna post BBL to their story, I'll take you to the game.
If you're a woman and you watch,
Yeah.
you want this, I promise. You want a night at Comerica with Jet Li. Please. Actually, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm throwing my own caveat on this. Any female that does this gets 2 entries. I'm throwing my own caveat. So,
I love it.
date night with Jet at the ballpark.
Yeah.
And he's drinking
That's
12 beers. But, all right. We will talk in a couple days. We will be back on here. A normal episode Thursday with Stark. This was fun. Go Tigers. Go Lions. Yeah, let's get those posts out. Let's get Jet a date next week.
Yeah, this is just going to be coming to some BBL listener being my DD, me getting wasted at the Tigers game, and you got to drive me home.
Yeah, that is a caveat of this. You are they're driving. You're buying the Uber. Jet will take you to the game, but you're paying for the Uber. You're getting them home.
Oh, awesome.
All right. We'll see you guys in a couple days.